Hi everyone, I'm just checking in. I am currently at, I believe, 23 weeks post-op. I have vertical sleeve gastrectomy November 22nd, 2016. My starting weight was 207. My current weight is 168.8.9, something about that. So I have lost a total of about 43 pounds. I had my surgery in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Fernando Garcia Govea with Tijuana Bariatrics. So I haven't done these updates in a while because there's not been a lot going on. My losses are very slow and have really started to really decline in terms of how quickly I'm losing. I noticed that my weight loss is about the same for those who started at 50 pounds to 70 pounds heavier than me. So those folks that went through VSG surgery around the same time I did that were weighing at like 270, 250, some even at 300 are now at the same weight that I am now. So unfortunately, the lower your BMI, the slower you will likely lose, and I've just accepted that. I'm not obsessing over checking the scale, every day. I do check it weekly, and that's about it. I apologize. My hair is kind of a mess. I just got out of the shower, and if you watch my videos, you know that I don't really bother to put makeup on or do anything before I record. I kind of just do it. With that being said, I've started to implement exercise, just for my own health. I'm still struggling with getting in enough liquid. I'm not thirsty, so that has been a challenge. It'll start warming up here in California pretty quickly. We'll probably be into the 80 to 90 degree weather right around the corner, and that'll help me increase my fluid intake. I don't sweat much in general, and I think that has to do with me not being thirsty. I don't perspire much. What else? I haven't been taking protein shakes. I feel like I've been getting in enough protein, but I haven't been tracking it, and I'm considering going back on protein shakes as well, just to kind of supplement, or just to have one a day, or in between meals. I'm not hungry. My hunger has not come back, which could be a good thing or a bad thing because I oftentimes forget to eat. I am still trying to eat low carb. There are times where I have ate things that are not compliant. However, they're small. It's I can't eat much. For example, my husband and I went to Disneyland over the past weekend, and he got a churro. I took 2 bites of the churro. Taking 2 bites of the churro is not going to hurt me. With that being said, probably 85% of the rest of the time I'm very compliant, and I'm very cognizant about what I choose to eat because I cannot eat a lot. At this point, I'm still only able to take in maybe 2 to 4 ounces of food, depending on the density of what I'm eating. I have yet to eat anything that makes me sick or nauseous. I've not had that. But as I have said in other videos, I have PCOS and I have insulin resistancy because of PCOS, so I don't tolerate heavy carbohydrate loads or sugary items that well. I have experienced what I have also heard others describe as dumping syndrome, but I don't feel that it was dumping syndrome. There was a time where I ate something that was very sugary. I ate ice cream. I got an ice cream and I probably ate too much of it. And after that, I started to feel very shaky, and I felt like I needed to lay down. And that lasted about 45 minutes to an hour. I wouldn't consider, although it's the same as what people describe as dumping syndrome, to me, that was an insulin rush. It is because I'm not used to eating sugary foods like that, and it's a sugar rush. And because I have insulin resistancy, my body will dump a huge amount of insulin to try to stabilize the sugar. And so lesson learned. I just, I stay away from the sugary stuff. I can't have it, specifically ice cream. I do love ice cream, don't get me wrong. But I can't have even, it's got to be like 2 ounces max, point being. And it's got to be something that's on the lower sugar spectrum. I can't have a Dreyer's ice cream, There are these ice creams, though, that I like to get from Trader Joe's. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, they're these mini cones, and they're about the size of my finger, and it's the cone with the ice cream, and you get it in the ice cream section, and it's a dipped cone, and they're, like I said, about the size of my finger. Perfect size if you have a small stomach, right? And they're about 7 carbohydrates each, and they're like 70 calories. I mean, if you have one of those, that's not, as an occasional treat, that's not gonna hurt you. Other than that, there really hasn't been a lot going on for me. I still haven't gone in to do my checkup to see like how my vitamin levels are. I hope I'll have time to do that next week. I'm taking the patches still with Patch MD. And I'm also taking a liquid vitamin, and there's a clinic near my house that does injections for vitamin D and B12, and I also do that as well. I started implementing liquid chlorophyll into my diet because prior to surgery I had a lot of problems with, it's not necessarily anemia, but my iron stores, my ferritin levels were very, very, very low. Even though my immediate iron level would be okay, my ferritin levels were almost at 0. And I had a lot of symptoms of anemia. And I had to start taking iron. And unfortunately, as you know, iron can make you very constipated, so I don't like to take it. But I definitely I know when my iron is getting low, because I get a lot of muscle aches, especially in my legs. My body is sore. Like, I feel like I have literally been working out for days, and I haven't. And I get really extremely tired. So I've been taking the liquid chlorophyll. That really helps with that. It's got a lot of great benefits in general, so I'm taking that. What else? Oh, my skin is actually dry. Not necessarily my face, but my body. I've never in my life worn body lotion. I thought it was one of those things that you see at the store that I could really not understand why people buy. Now I understand why. I've never experienced dry skin. Now I have dry skin. I actually have to put lotion on. So that's new for me. Also too, I am taking these vitamins. This is from Ollie, and it's the skin vitamin. This actually has, what does it have in it? It has sea buckthorn and marine collagen peptides and hyaluronic acid. Yeah, I have been taking these for almost a year, actually, before I had surgery. And the reason why is for the collagen in it. I'm 35, and I started to get like this really, really bad line here that you can see. It irritates me and it drives me crazy. And this side is very minimal. I don't know why it's like this on this side, but it's getting progressively worse. However, as you can see right now, it's pretty deep. Well, when I was heavier and I was taking this, it wasn't. But this is really good for your skin in general. I definitely notice a difference in the tone of my skin and how it feels when I take this supplement. Now that I have lost 43 pounds, although it's not a significant amount of weight, it is a weight that's a loss, and at my age, I can see it in my skin. I have started to see in these areas here and this area here, as you can see the lines. It's probably a good thing I'm not wearing makeup so you guys can see a little bit better. I don't have wrinkles on my face, but this is from the loss of volume from fat. So it's from the fat loss. But unfortunately, it's a volume loss, and that affects the structure of the face and the youthful appearance. And it's the same with this side. I have a pocket here where I've lost fat, and also in my cheeks, and because of that it has pronounced or made this more pronounced in this nasolabial line that I have in my face. So as you can see, if my cheeks were a little bit thicker, or where they were before, the line wouldn't be as deep. So yeah, I definitely notice changes in my skin, in my face, and it bothers me. It bothers me to the point that, you know, I'll probably likely do something about that, whether it be a filler for now or a fat transfer there at some point. But yeah, I don't like it. I've been using this on my skin, and this is made by Palmer's, and it's a skin therapy oil for the face. It has vitamin E and what else? Cocoa butter, retinol, vitamin C. Anyhow, I put it on every day in the morning and at night. I put it on before I apply makeup. I put primer on top of it, and I just like it. I like the way that it makes my skin feel. My skin feels better overall when I utilize this, especially here in my neck. I started to notice in my neck, and again, I don't know if it's from the weight loss. Well, part of it is from the weight loss, but I don't know if it's from age as well. I started to notice like these lines in my neck, like, so you can see it there, and I don't like that. It bothers me. So I'm hoping it doesn't get worse. You know, I don't know what causes that, but it's definitely, I think this has helped with that. So I'm going to continue to keep using it. But other than that, I've done pretty well. My shoe size has shrunk. I used to be an 8.5 or a 9 in women's. Now I'm like an 8. Sometimes I could be a 7.5. So that is good. What else? I don't know if this is from having surgery or not, but I've seen other people talk about it. One thing that I want to address is your teeth and how important it is to take care of your teeth, especially if you're going through this journey. You definitely want to make sure that you're taking in your calcium. You want to make sure that you're using a good toothpaste that has a enamel strengthener. The reason being is I have always been very particular about taking care of my teeth and seeing the dentist. I see the dentist at least once every 6 months. I saw the dentist 3 weeks ago, and I have abrasions on my teeth. And abrasions that are either from grinding my teeth or brushing too hard is what the dentist has told me. However, I didn't have them 6 months before, which is before I had the surgery. I don't brush my teeth hard. So this is something new. Now, I don't grind my teeth. I do clench my teeth. When I get stressed out or like waking in the morning, I do catch myself clenching. However, it's nothing new. So I think that it is a combination of the low-calorie diet and maybe not getting enough of the right nutrients in, that it has caused some of that attrition on the gum line. So I had to have fillings done to kind of cover those areas where I had that recession. So just very important that you keep on top of your dental health. I'm also now taking a calcium supplement. Before I was doing the calcium patches. So now I'm actually taking the chelated calcium pill. So yeah, so it's definitely something I highly recommend that everyone see your dentist and just make sure, you know, that your gum and your teeth are doing well, because if you have any sort of calcium issues or mineral issues, your body will pull it from your teeth and your bones. So that is just my PSA for today. But other than that, everything else is going well. I I wore shorts for the first time. I haven't worn shorts in probably 5 years, and I wore shorts last weekend, and I didn't feel self-conscious. Granted, you know, my legs are not anywhere near perfect. I have cellulite, but before I would never dare to wear shorts. So that's a victory for me. Hopefully, the scale will continue to move downwards. I don't know how I feel about hitting goals at this point. I know initially I wanted my goal to be like 130, 125. I don't think that's going to happen, honestly, just to be realistic. I think my first like goal weight of 150 is where it's going to be. The reason being is I'm not a small person. Although I am short, I'm 5'3", 5'4". As an athlete, when I was younger, I was still 145 pounds. I carry a lot of weight in my thigh area, and that's where the bulk of, I guess, my muscle structure is as well. And I just don't see being able to get down past realistically 150, 145 pounds. And especially with how my weight loss has been going, it's been extremely slow. And yeah, so I'm just trying to keep my goals realistic. And for those of you that might just be starting out on your journey, I highly recommend that you do the same. I made the mistake of trying to compare myself to others, you know, other people that I've seen on YouTube that, you know, they had PCOS, or they have PCOS, I should correct myself, or they have a thyroid issue and they had dropped significant amount of weight having VSG. Everyone is different. With that being said, do I regret my surgery? No, absolutely not. My sleeve is a tool. It definitely helps to keep me in control. I personally feel that because of my PCOS, I feel that my metabolic rate is slower in general. I feel that me eating less in general is what is better for my body. With that being said, even though I eat less, I'm not withering away to nothing. This is just how, you know, my body functions. I may not burn as many calories as other people do in a normal resting state. And that is due to PCOS. So I'm perfectly fine with how things are going. If I'm able to lose another 20 pounds, another 25 pounds, I'm happy with that. If I don't, and I stop at 150, 155, then, you know, that's how it's going to be. But that is my update for you guys. If anyone watches these videos, or if you're going through this journey yourself and you have questions, please feel free to reach out. One last thing I want to talk about. Sorry to jump around. As you see, I don't edit these videos. I never lost hair. I know that I've seen that in the groups where people constantly are very concerned or ask about hair loss. If you're starting out on this journey, please understand that the hair loss is part of the process. And not everybody goes through that. The hair loss happens because of the low calories. It's a shock to your body. You can increase your protein, you can increase your biotin all you want. It's not necessarily going to change anything. The hair loss comes from I don't know how else to say it, the malnutrition. It's part of the process. Eventually your hair will grow back. I was lucky enough that I never had hair loss. I have a lot of hair, obviously, but I didn't have to deal with the loss of hair as other people have. However, I've noticed that my hair is growing slower. So in the process of transitioning and trying to grow my hair out longer, I had a very short haircut for a while, and I'm trying to grow my hair back out. So this is what I have currently, and I haven't cut my hair in about 7 months. So as you can see, that's a really, really, really slow growth. Anyhow, well, I hope everyone has a great Friday. Happy Cinco de Mayo. If you celebrate Cinco de Mayo, have a great weekend and take care.